Just wait for 2 minutes so other people can join. Let them join first, then we will start. So let's start the class. So till now we have seen how the mold will be prepared, how the casting can be done. So now we have to study about the gating system and why the gating system is required and what the purpose to design the gating system. So today we will cover the gating system requirement in casting and purpose of the design of the gating system. So this one is the today's notes. I have already circulated it through the Google Classroom. You may find from there. So let's see the gating system for casting design and its requirement. So gating system generally, what are the terms in the gating system? We have already we discussed, but once again we repeat here. I repeat here. The gating system refer to the those element. Wait, let me stick the pencil. So gating system designed for casting. So gating system refers to those elements which are connected to which are connected with the flow of molten metal from ladle to the mold cavity. Means this one this one is the this one is whole the gating system element that are the pouring basin, sprue, sprue baseball, runner, runner extension, ingate and riser. The here it is called the pouring basin where the molten metals will be poured. The molten metal will be poured through the ladle, or we can say that there is a equipment where the we can kept it the molten metal and poured onto the this equipment called the pouring basin. This whole equipment is will be kept under the molding flask, that is pope and drag part. Here the pope and drag part, These are inside the cope and drag part where we pour the molten metal. So there the figure is the correct figure I have made here. So this one is the pouring basin. The pouring basin, in the pouring basin, first the lad from the ladle we pour the molten metal. The molten metal is goes to here. Then it slowly goes to this sprue part. There is a strainer, or we can say there is a channel to छान इस मोल्टेन मेटल को छानने के लिए एक स्ट्रेनर इज kept here. Then molten metal is goes to this sprue part. This one is called the sprue, and then the sprue part is the molten metal goes to the sprue base ball. Then the molten metal is goes from runner, then runner from the then it is a gate where the actually molten metal enter to the mold cavity, and then the mold cavity will be filled slowly, and then the molten metal will go to the runner part, riser part. This is the riser. So these are the whole things we have to done in the by the help of gating system, and the gating system is the seven parts, which will be I have written the here: the pouring basin, sprue base ball, runner, extension, ingate, and the riser. So why this gating system is required? So the purpose, the main aim to design the gating system to provide the cast defect free casting. कि मुझे जब casting, this casting will be prepared, then there is no any defect we have to absorb, or we can say the minimum defect, or we can say that the economically perfect casting can be made. So by the help of this gating system we can be do it very easily. So objectives of the gating system is written here, that we need we need the design of the gating element such that the molten metal will enter into the mold cavity with the optimum velocity and filled in the smallest possible time. Means अगर हम गेटिंग सिस्टम, अगर हम पोरिंग बेसिन में मोल्टेन मेटल को डालते हैं और मोल्टेन मेटल फ्लो होकर इसमें ये सभी के द्वारा इन सभी को पार करते हुए मोल्ड कैविटी में पहुंचता है, और वो मिनिमम पॉसिबल टाइम और the optimal velocity of the molten metal will be acquired, then the proper solidification will be occurred. Otherwise, if we poured directly to the riser, or we can say if we poured directly to the molten metal to the mold cavity, into the mold cavity, then the mold erosion, dross formation will be occurred. What is the mold erosion and the we can say dross formation? We can see that if the molten metal is poured directly, or we can't be use the gating system, then the formation of oxide metal means that it will be react with the atmospheric air, and the slag formation will be occurred, and slag or metallic oxide will be formed, so that the proper solidification will not be occurred. So we will use the gating system, and the gating system will there will be not any turbulence will be occurred. So if the flow of the molten metal will be very fast, if the flow of the molten metal means अगर हम मोल्टेन मेटल को यहाँ डालते हैं हेवी स्पीड से, और वो डायरेक्टली बहुत तेजी से अगर मोल्टेन मेटल अगर इसमें मोल्ड कैविटी में पहुंच जाता है, तो इससे क्या होता है, सॉलिडिफिकेशन टाइम में डिफरेंशियल सॉलिडिफिकेशन टाइम में डिफरेंस हो जाएगा, और इस मोल्टेन मेटल यहाँ तक पहुँचते पहुँचते ही हो सकता है वो सॉलिडिफाइड हो जाए। तो इससे हमारा मोल्ड कैविटी में ठीक से वो पोर्ड नहीं हो पाएगा, और मुझे कास्टिंग ठीक से प्रोवाइड नहीं प्राप्त होगा। तो इसलिए मोल्टेन मेटल, इसीलिए हम गेटिंग सिस्टम का यूज करते हैं कि मिनिमम पॉसिबल टाइम में और ऑप्टिमम वेलोसिटी से वो मोल्टेन मेटल हमारा मोल्ड कैविटी में पहुंच जाए। दूसरा नंबर बात है कि मोल्टेन मेटल शुड फ्लो स्मूथली इनटू द मोल्ड कैविटी। स्मूथली इनटू द मोल्ड कैविटी हमें मिलना चाहिए, नहीं अगर स्मूथली वो मोल्टेन मेटल का फ्लो नहीं होता है, then the turbulence will be occur. Turbulence means if the velocity of the molten metal will be high, then the intermixing or the low pressure generation will be occurred into the gating system or the in the mold cavity, so that the low pressure, the air aspiration will be occurred. The air aspiration, where the low pressure will be created and the air aspiration will be done, then we have to prevent from the aspiration, because if the air aspiration will be occurred in the low pressure area of at any position of the gating system, then the molten metal will be solidified before going to the mold cavity. So we have to prevent from the air aspiration. And dross formation. What is the dross formation? Many times they will be asked what is the dross formation and why it is not required. So dross formation hota hai kya कि it is the formation of metallic oxide, means it will be react with the oxygen or air aspiration from the from anywhere of the from anywhere of the where the low pressure will be occurred. If the solidification time will be irregular, then or the flow of smooth will be irregular, then it will be react with the oxygen O2 O2 where the low pressure will be generated, and it will be solidified before it entered to the mold cavity. So it will be smooth, there is no turbulence will have to be generated. Now, the unwanted materials such as slag, dross, and other mold materials should not be allowed to enter into the mold cavity. So we have to keep in mind that the slag formation is that where when we pour the molten metal, it will be continuously react with the first where the molten metal will be poured here, and we have to design the pouring basin like this types of arrangement, so that the molten metal will go here and it will slowly it will be moved from lower to upper part, and so that the slag part, means the oxide part, will be moved from the upper portion. There is no slag are generated in beneath of the pouring basin, so that the molten only hot molten metal will be in the lower part and the slag will be the above of the pouring basin. So that it will be easily we goes to the sprue, and no turbulence will be occurred at the pouring basin. So unwanted material can't be entered to the gating system sprue part or other gating elements. So air aspiration should also be prevented. Air aspiration will also be prevented, so that we will be design the gating system. So these are all the things where we need to know how the design the gating system, so that the air aspiration should be neglected. So air ka interruption in from the ladle to the entering the mold cavity कहीं भी नहीं होना चाहिए. अगर कहीं भी लो प्रेशर जनरेशन हो जाता है तो वहाँ पे एयर एस्पिरेशन हो जाएगा और molten metal can't be flow smooth. So we can design so that the air aspiration can be avoided. So let's see we will see in the next topic how it can be prevented, and how the gating system can be designed, so that these all the things, unwanted slag, not required air aspiration, flow will be smooth, and the dross formation will be neglected. So we all have to keep in mind that this the total unwanted things can't be happen happening to the mold cavity, so that we are requirement of the design of the gating system very very smoothly and very precisely. So next thing is the proper thermal gradient should be maintained so that the temperature is cooled without any shrinkage, cavity or distortion. Means the thermal, if every casting should have to proper every molten drag part and coke part, the thermal gradient should be very smooth. Means the thermal gradient का कहने का मतलब है the heat transfer should be the proper. So if the heat transfer can't be the proper or maintained, then the solidification can't be proper, and the some casting defect like void, blowholes, and the mold erosion can be occurred. So these are the casting defect if the thermal gradient should be not be proper. Thermal gradient कहते हैं temperature with respect to length or with respect to the space. So thermal gradient कोई भी चीज हीट ट्रांसफर होता है कैसे, लोअर हायर बॉडी टू लोअर बॉडी, अगर हायर टेम्परेचर टू लोअर टेम्परेचर के थ्रू उसका सॉलिडिफिकेशन और हीट ट्रांसफर होता है. सो इट विल बी प्रॉपर. वी हैव टू डिजाइन द गेटिंग सिस्टम in so that the thermal gradient should be maintained proper. So we will see how the thermal gradient will be made proper so that the shrinkage or distortion means the उस मोल्ड कैविटी का फैलाव, चाहे इनवर्ड या आउटवर्ड, after the removal of the casting, it can't be shrinkage or it can't be distort. Means the फैलाव नहीं होना चाहिए जितना हमको रिक्वायरमेंट, एज we have required the casting dimension, we will get the same dimension so that if the thermal gradient will be the proper and smooth. So next is the flow of the molten metal should be proper so that avoid the mold erosion. Mold erosion means if there it is a casting, if it is a casting, if the casting will not be smooth, then some mold erosion means the part where the molten metal is not filled proper, then the casting defect where the molten metal is not present will be getting if the proper solidification is not be getting. So that thing is called mold erosion, where it is here you can see if we get the casting like that where the molten metal is not there, so this is called the erosion part. Where the molten metal is not here, it will be, so it is called the defect, mold erosion. So mold erosion should be always be avoided in the casting. So mold erosion is called the casting produce have rough spot on excess material. Sometimes you have seen the this one is the casting and some excess material part will be there. So it is also a part of the mold erosion where the molten metal will be erodes the molding, some molding sand and produce and some extra excess dimension we have getting. So this is not required in the casting, so it is called the mold erosion and we have to avoid the mold erosion. So molten metal flow should be proper so that we can't be get the mold erosion. Next thing, the casting yield should be maximum. What is the casting yield? So casting yield को समझना जरूरी है. So if we want the economical product, economical means हमें जितना molding, जितना जितना हम molten metal का जरूरत है उतना ही molten metal से casting बने, उससे ज़्यादा हमें यूज ना, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा बहुत कम मोल्टेन मेटल या मटेरियल्स का बर्बादी हो, इसके लिए हम कास्टिंग यील्ड को कास्टिंग यील्ड को हम बनाते हैं, कास्टिंग यील्ड तय करते हैं. कास्टिंग यील्ड इज द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द कास्टिंग. द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द कास्टिंग मींस दिस इज द होल, दिस वन इज द होल part where the molten metal is poured and the casting will be goes. So this one is the casting. So this one is the volume of the casting, means Here the total molten metal will be poured and we require this casting. So we can see the volume of the casting materials. This one is the casting we have required, and the total molten metal will be poured and it solidify in this casting here. So the volume of the casting is this, the next divided by the volume of the casting plus volume of the टोटल गेटिंग सिस्टम. एक्चुअली द थिंग्स इज दैट कि जब हम मोल्टेन मेटल को इसमें पोर्ट करते हैं तो सभी जगह कास्टिंग मोल्टेन मेटल और कास्ट मटेरियल्स विल बी देयर. सो इफ वी वांट द economically perfect casting, so the molten metal should not be हमें बर्बाद नहीं होना चाहिए मेरा कास्टिंग मटेरियल्स. तो हमें इस तरह से कास्टिंग यील्ड को बनाना है कि ये कास्टिंग यील्ड शुड बी मैक्सिमम, बिकॉज this one is the volume of the casting and this one is the volume of the casting and this is the gating system required. If these things will be larger, if this thing will be larger, if then the total things will be larger and the total value will be if this thing is large, this total value will be less than. So we have to maximize this value, so that if we maximize, the value is always less than 1, because the volume casting is there and only the volume of the gating system is there. So if this thing is maximized, it means the volume of casting, volume of the gating element should be lesser. If it will be lesser, means the casting material should not be in this part, so that our the molten metal का बर्बादी कम हो और हमें perfect economical casting प्राप्त हो. So we will see to how the casting yield should be maximized, so that maximum part of the molten metal will goes to the casting or the mold cavity, and we have to required the molten metal only filled to the casting material, and less amount should be avoided to be लेस अमाउंट ही बर्बाद हो मुझे. सो इसके लिए हम कास्टिंग यील्ड को मैक्सिमाइज करते हैं. Let us see that here the whole casting, this one is the casting and this one is the casting material at the whole gating system part. So whole gating system part में, whole gating system के part में मेरा molten metal कम अगर जाएगा तो this quantity will be less and this quantity will be less, then the whole quantity will be maximum. So if the maximum, then the only we have get the maximum amount of the casting material at the volume of the casting. Means the requirement should be made to this molding, this casting. So maximum amount of molten metal or the materials will be required on the casting, and less amount of the casting materials will be in the other gating system part. So it will be lesser, volume of gating system will be lesser, so that we can maximize the casting yield. So this is the whole things we have required at the time of making the casting, so that our casting should be economical, our casting should be free from defect, our casting should be proper solidified, our cast there is no turbulence occurred in the gating system, there is no turbulence, there is no dross formation, means the metal oxide formation occurred in the casting, there should not be formed the mold erosion to the casting. So whole things will be required, and this requirement can be fulfilled if we design the proper gating system in the casting, when we done the casting. So everybody have to I think everyone now it is clear why the gating system will be required. And then we will go for the design of the gating system. Anybody, if have any question, then you may ask. I will take your attendance snapshot in between. Any question regarding this? So let's see the first gating system is called the pouring basin. The pouring basin is nothing but it acts as a reservoir where with the help of ladle we pour the molten metal first on the pouring basin. The design of the pouring basin is should be like this one is the first part. Then we have to design the pouring basin such that like that the one part is straight and another part will be something will be tapered. This this is in between. This is under the, this is the molding sand. So firstly, we have poured the molten metal is here, and this one is the dimension of the starting part of the sprue. This one is a sprue, and this one is the pouring basin. So this one is the dimension of sprue, and this one is the dimension of sprue. Is the, it is a circular hole, so the dimension will be in the diameter. So first, if we pour the molten metal here by the help of ladle, it will be smoothly filled here. Then, if we directly poured, if 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 you want, sir, why not we pour the molten metal here? So it will directly goes to the molding screw part and will be goes to the from the runner. Then it goes to the runner. So if the answer is that we can't be poured in the directly screw part, because if we pour the screw part, then the area firstly is will be in, it will be greater, then the area will be decreases. So the speed of the, or the velocity of the molten metal is will be heavier here, or we can say the greater here. So the velocity will be greater, then the turbulent will be occurred, and if the turbulent will be occurred, then the then the if the turbulent will be occurred, then the slag formation will be occurred, and slag will be nothing but the oxygen interpretation and the air aspiration from the atmospheric air will be take reaction with the molten metal, and it will be solidify, and if the slag will be goes inside. So if we have to pour the molten metal here, so it will be go slowly and it will fill here, filled up to this portion. So the slag part will be formed upper to the upper side of the pouring basin. So if we filled from molten metal here up to this, so the slag part will be formed at the slack part will be formed at the top of the pouring basin. अगर हमारा slack part, that means the formation of oxide and some other impurities will be formed upper side, and the hot molten metal will be inside, and if the structure should be the curvilinear here, so that it will be flow slowly here, so that the turbulence will be avoided, and the strainer can do some other impurities strained here, and it will be goes then slowly from the pouring basin to the sprue part. So in general, in ideal conditions where the manufacturing association will keep the dimension of the pouring basin is such that the dimension of the entry point is, if it is the dimension d diameter, then 2.5 times of the diameter will be the length of the pouring basin from top to the end point. From here to here, the standard dimension is 2.5 times the diameter of the entry point of the molten metal we will keep. Now, the another things will be the, we have don't be kept the conic section here. If we create the conic section from the sprue part here, so that the molten metal can't be reached properly from the here, so we can made a chamfered, or we can say chamfering or fillet part here, so that the molten metal can be goes through this curve part. So this curve dimension will be 24 times of this diameter, or we can say 12.12 of the this diameter ka, or we take the radius it, then 25 times of this radius of the entry point radius we have to make design of the screw of the pouring basin, so that the flow of the molten metal is can't be carry the turbulence. It is understandable to all of you? Are you getting my point? So pouring basin has to be designed to maintain the constant molten metal head. So it is a head because the head, because it will carry the potential energy. The potential energy we can keep the constant potential energy. So if the potential energy will be get the higher, it will the flow of the molten metal will be the smoother. So it will be provide the constant metal head, so that the velocity of the molten metal in the pouring basin is negligible, and the slack part, so and the slack part will be formed at the top of the pouring basin. Now we can put the reverse, let it will be the reverse this one slide, rotate, not reverse, just rotate. So the this is the things, the whole things will be under the design of the gating system. First we can see the pouring basin. The pouring basin design is not be so complicated. Only we have to keep the pouring basin, that we have to keep, only we have to keep this head will be the 2.5 times of this diameter, 2.5 times of the diameter, and this curve should be 25 times of the radius of this, and then we can be made, this is the standard dimensions as referred by the manufacturing association. So now the second things, the design of a screw, and design of a screw and riser and the gate and in gate is very much important, and there are a lot of numericals from this part. So you have to concentrate of the design of a screw. So we have to design a screw in this fashion, that the area should be, the screw part will be generally, the screw part will be generally like that, where the molten metal will be poured. After the pouring basin, it goes to the sprue. Sprue is generally the vertical column, and the circular hole and the circular part where the molten metal is entered here first, and it will be goes to at the decreasing section. So we will make it the decreasing section or tapered section, so that the area should be decreases. If the area should be decreases, the velocity will be increase. If we made the gating system the cylindrical type, let us understand why we not made the screw part as the cylindrical. Means there is no tapered section. So if we made the sprue part as like this one, means the gating like the cylindrical part, then if the molten metal will be goes here, then the area should be same upper to from upper part to the lower part. Then the molten metal will be flow like that. This one is the molten metal and this one is flowed like that, because the low pressure is generated in the beneath, or we can say at the bottom of the sprue, so that the molten metal, the some hollow part will be removed, will be generated in the sprue part. Means look at that. If we poured the molten metal, there is some, if it is cylindrical, there is some portion at the bottom of the sprue where the molten metal will be not be kept properly, not be poured properly. So in this part, the air will be entered and the dross formation will be occurred, so that the it will be restricted to flow the molten metal to the other, from to the other getting element. So it is better to decrease the cross section, to decrease the cross section, to decrease the cross section part of the screw, so that the velocities will be increased and the flow or the low pressure will can't be generated at the bottom. So we can see here that, you can see here the flow or is maintained through the continuity equation. Means if the area of the screw is here is a1 and the velocity is here is a v2, so the continuity equation say a1 v1 is equal to a2 v2, a2 v2. Or we can say if the area if we take the area of cross section here 2 and the area of cross section here 3, then the a1 v1 it will be continue. Let's wait.